So I wanted to do a quick video follow-up from the one that I released yesterday, which was about why sync licensing producers, including me, do not readily give up the music libraries that we're distributed through. And those of you that have constantly been going around asking sync licensing producers for the libraries that they're distributed through, why you're not getting the answers that you want. And I was basically just trying to be empathetic to understand that that can be frustrating. I understand that because if that's just the one piece of information you need to succeed, why can't anybody just hand that over to you, including me, somebody that's on YouTube claiming to be out there trying to help sync licensing producers, new coming producers succeed in the music business. So I totally understand and empathize with where you are and how frustrating that is. I needed to make a follow-up video because there was definitely a couple of things that I should have mentioned in the last video. And you guys gave me some great feedback and some great comments on that video. So I wanted to make just a quick follow-up video. And if you agreed with me on that last video and you understood where I was coming from, this is not necessarily a video for you. You can obviously watch. This is actually a video geared at those of you that still think that I am greedy, that I don't want to help producers, that I am just in it for myself, and that I'm hoarding all the good information and just giving you guys all crap. So if you still feel that way about me, this is the video for you, because believe it or not, I really do want to help you. Okay, even if you feel that way about me, that's fine. I can't control that, but I'm just trying to let you know that you've probably been already doing this for a while, right? Going around to my channel, other people's channel, other sync licensing producers and saying, hey, give me a name of a library. Which library is good? Which library is not good? Who are you distributed through? And you're probably running up against no or being ignored, and you're obviously not getting what you want, right? So that approach is not working. So I want to, again, try to invite you to look at this a completely different way. And in this video, I actually will tell you how to find your own music libraries and how to do your own research 100% yourself. So it's going to be worth it. So just hang in there with me. I do want to give you that information. If you wanted to go do your own research, completely independent of my services or anything that I offer, I'm going to show you guys how to do that in this video. So do keep watching. But if I am not addressing this issue, then I'm not doing what my job is. And my job is to openly invite and educate new coming producers into the sync licensing business. So if I don't address this sort of big elephant in the room, which is a big issue in the licensing business, especially for new coming producers, then what am I doing here? I'm really not doing what I'm supposed to be doing. So I'm going to dive headfirst into this topic, and I know it can be controversial and it's going to rub some people the wrong way, and that's okay. I'll probably get some great comments on this video as well. But I really am desiring to get you the results that you want. So if what you've been doing up until now is not working, please watch this video so hopefully you can start getting those results. And maybe I have done my job with this video to help you get there. Okay, so a big common comment from the last video that I was getting was, well, Jesse, if they're coming to you asking you for library recommendations rather than just looking down your nose at them, why don't you tell them about SyncEdge or tell them about your music library directory? So that was what I failed to mention in my last video. Yes, I do have two very powerful products. One's a service, SyncEdge, which is my personal music library recommendations, and then the music library directory where there's over 300 companies with contact info that you can directly do your own research and find them. So those are always linked below every video that I do here on YouTube. So if you're not aware of that, those are definitely available for you guys. And I do always recommend those services to those that are asking for a particular library or who you distributed through. I'll say you're not going to get that information, but if you want to find out how to basically, if you want to do your own research, but you don't want to have to look through all the companies or find all these companies, the music library directory is 300 companies right in a PDF format. You can click on their links directly and do your own research. If you want to even save more time, that's why I created SyncEdge. SyncEdge is where I recommend you guys 2 new music libraries every single month. I have a video breakdown of why I feel that they're a legit library, what their track record is, the history that I'm aware of with them. I have many students that do well with many of these libraries, and that's how they get recommended. So I have proof, firsthand testimonials from producers in these libraries. And then I do my analysis. I show you about the placements, what kind of placements they're getting, what kind of music I feel would really be beneficial for them. So in terms of if they're maybe a little bit light on one particular genre, but you can see from their placements, they get a lot of placements in that genre. There's a golden zone of opportunity for those of you that have that style of genre that want to submit to them. And I talk to you guys and walk you guys through the submission process, what some keywords or key phrases you should put in your email. So literally all of the work, all of that research is done for you in SyncEdge. So that's always linked in the description box below if you want to learn more about that. But of course, when I do that, especially when people are just looking for the direct, immediate answer, they'll say something to the effect of, well, okay, so you don't want to help anybody unless they pay you, right? That's always the big criticism that I get. So usually what I say to kind of, again, help you understand where I'm coming from with what I offer here is I'll kind of turn it back around on them and say, are you wanting to give all of your music away for free? Do you want to sacrifice all of your royalties, all of your consideration fees, all of your sync fees? Are you wanting to go to a library and just say, here you go, you guys enjoy. I'm just here to help you out. I don't expect anything in return. I don't want my writer share, no consideration fees, no sync fees. If you're actually saying yes to that, then you are a saint on earth, and you must have some sort of a Fortune 500 fortune in your bank account, and you don't even care about money. You just want to make music and just hand it out there. That's great. Good for you. You're in a very awesome, privileged situation. For most of us who don't have that, we do want to get paid for the value that we bring to a company. And I know you do as well. You need to own that, and that is a good thing. It's not a bad thing. It's not greed. You're not a greedy, selfish, capitalist pig because you want to get paid for your music, are you? No, you're not that. You understand, I hope you understand, that if your music is valuable and you poured a lot of great effort and energy into that music, and the product that you're giving to a library adds value to their catalog and to their clients to improve and enhance their TV shows, movies, and commercials, there is a value that has been provided there, and you should be compensated for that value that you've added. Now, how much, how little, that's all negotiable. Depends on how valuable the perception of your music is for that particular library. There's a lot of moving factors for that. But I'm just the same as you guys. When I provide something of value, doesn't matter if it's music to a library or content to you guys or a service or my personal time and research and energy and effort and video production, all the stuff that I do with my products and services, absolutely, I do want to be compensated and paid for that energy and effort that I put out there. Why? Am I just greedy and I just want the money and it's all about that? You can think that. That's totally fine. You can absolutely still believe that. But I'm telling you, the main reason why I do charge for those products and services that take a lot of time and energy from me is because I need to be incentivized. Okay, key word here. Big topic of this video. I want to be incentivized to continuously show up and give you guys high quality content. Okay. If you look at my YouTube channel, after this video, you can go look at how consistent I've been with my channel for the last 3 years, and then look at anybody else on YouTube or online that provides information about sync licensing. I want you to just compare the consistency between those two outputs of content and also the quality, not just the quantity, how much you're seeing, but the quantity, the quality of the video content that you're getting. What you can guarantee get from my channel for the last at least 2.5 years, at least 2 videos every single week. Monday and Wednesday have been my consistent schedule, and sometimes I do even a 3rd video. And right now, I haven't made an announcement yet, but I'm actually launching a podcast. So you're going to get an extra hour, essentially, of content every single week. Also, 100% for free, consistently. You can guarantee that content and that quality of stuff is going to be coming your way, okay? That is possible because I have products, services, I have an incentive structure built behind all of this free content that you guys are getting. In fact, I sometimes want to do that. I want to say in the beginning of a lot of these videos is like, this video was brought to you by SyncEdge, by the paying customers of SyncEdge, or this video was brought to you by the paying customers of Sync Academy, because it is absolutely my incentive to continuously show up with you guys and give you guys high quality content. There are other people online that teach this stuff, and they might have no product behind them, they have no service, and they might pride themselves on that and say, look, well, I don't charge, and that's, I'm a good person out here just giving you guys free stuff, so I'm a good person, I don't want to charge you guys. And they'll naysay other people like me who do have products or services behind me. Go look at the consistency of their channel, okay, or their whatever it is, their podcast, their Instagram, whatever their output is. Go compare the quality and the quantity of what you're getting from them compared to what you get from my channel, okay? And that'll tell you everything you need to know as to why having an incentive structure for myself, getting paid for what I do, providing value to producers and musicians that want to get successful, why that's so important for the free content that I'm able to crank out on this channel every single week, okay? So I want you guys to take a look at that. So with that being said, you can ignore everything that I just said and you can say that's all garbage, I don't buy it. Okay, great. Don't pay me. Don't want a dime from you. Don't sign up for SyncEdge. Don't buy the Music Library Directory. Right now I'm going to show you how to do your own research, how to put in all that time and that sweat equity for yourself to find the right library for yourself, okay? First of all, it's a Google search, right? Or Yahoo or whatever you want to use. Type in something like production music library, TV film music library, music licensing library, sync licensing library, catalog. any combination of these keyword searches, just do a search and you will start to find music libraries. Okay, there'll be page after page after page after page of music libraries. So you can basically go to each one of their websites. What you want to look for is essentially their placements. This is one of the big things that I talk about in SyncEdge. Are there large, A-list placements? Are there sort of like medium, not so great placements out there? What's going on in terms of the quality of the work that they've been doing? How recent are those placements? If you're seeing placements from 2004, they might have gone to sleep at the wheel. It's probably not somebody you want to invest a lot of time in. But if the placements are from this year or last year, they're fairly active and they're doing really well. Okay, so you definitely want to look at that to make sure it's somebody that's actually got a track record of doing that. You don't want to be partnering with a library that is what I call a cattle call company, where there's no personal interaction. You just, there's usually a button that says, here, if you're a composer, sign up here. You just put your email, you create an account, upload your tracks, sign their little form, all online. You never talk to anybody. Guarantee you there's going to be at least 500 to 1,000 producers on that website, maybe even more, maybe 10,000. So you're just one out of 10,000 with no personal relationship. And when they get an opportunity, that's why I call it a cattle call. They ring their bell, send out the announcement, and 10,000 producers submit to it. The odds of success are so stacked against you, so that I don't recommend those with SyncEdge. So I don't recommend you go through those kind of companies. And you usually can kind of tell when you look at these websites, all right? Next, you need to look at their catalog. Most of them will still have a catalog that you can actually browse through all of the music that they have, that they shop to their clients. So you need to find out, what are your core strengths? Do you have one, maybe two genres that you really are great at? Look at those genres in their catalog and make sure that those genres are obviously applicable to the placements that they've been getting. And then compare your tracks to what you hear on that library's catalog. So do you have super high quality stuff? Do they have medium quality stuff? Is their stuff sound like dated? Can your tracks really enhance and improve their catalog? And basically you could be adding some really high quality, say, modern rock metal tracks. And what they have is stuff from the 80s and they might need something more. So you need to make sure that you are not only adding high quality stuff that's definitely on par or better than what they currently have, but also you want to be sort of filling a need for them. If they have 50,000 hip hop tracks, do you want to be adding 12 new tracks to that number and hoping that probably not, right? I usually don't recommend with SyncEdge that you try to get yourself into a situation where things are completely oversaturated. You want to stay away from something like that. You probably want to find something where maybe they have 200 tracks, 300 tracks. But again, the key thing is that they still do get placements. So let's say they have 4 polka tracks and you're like, well, I'm a polka producer. Great. Let me give them an album. Look at their placements. Look at what they're doing. Do you think polka music could get a lot of placements? If the answer is yes, then you've got a golden zone. If the answer is no, the reason why they have 4 polka tracks is because they don't get a lot of polka placements. Okay. And there's just not a huge demand for that. So I would not go in that direction. That's just obviously a silly example, but these are the kind of things you should be looking for in terms of finding, I call it like the golden zone, the golden opportunity for you to quickly become an inner circle, very valuable member for a library. Okay. And of course, like I said before, this is basically all the stuff that I do for you in SyncEdge. There's a video, I give you the URL, I give you the library name, and I basically do all this research for you. So if you want to do all of this for yourself, there you go. Now you know how to do it. You obviously need to look through each one of these websites and find, how do you submit, how do you craft the email, how do you reach out to them and stuff. So you obviously need to do all that for yourself. But with SyncEdge, I'm obviously giving you guys my personal insight in terms of what I think is the best way to stand out to them, including what to mention in that email submission, okay? So there you guys go. Don't pay me a dime, don't sign up for anything that I do. You can obviously keep watching all of my free content, all my free videos. I welcome you to be here, that's fine. And now you have the sort of track, the guidance for how to actually go reach out to libraries 100% by yourself independently. Okay, so I hope you guys do. And when you do get that contract and that placement, please do email me and let me know that it was actually this video that kind of kicked you into gear, gave you that insight that you needed, and now you're off and running and got a contract. I'd love to hear it. And which brings me to my last point here. Somebody had asked me if I really am actually happy when my students get accepted by libraries and when they have these success stories, because they said, well, I can't imagine you'd be happy if they took your spot on where you get your music distributed, right? So if somebody came in and took a spot and was competing with me on one of my catalogs, one of my libraries, would I be happy about that? No, of course I wouldn't be happy about that. And that's why I don't give you guys that information. I do not openly advertise where my tracks are distributed or are partnered through, okay? So, but as my music library will show you, there are over 300 companies out there that can do really well for you, okay? So why wouldn't I be happy that you got partnered with any one of those other libraries that are not mine? I'm absolutely over the moon and thrilled to get those email testimonials and people just saying that my teachings and my products and services actually worked for them. I love hearing that because it's validation for me. It shows that this stuff isn't just fluff. This stuff isn't just theory. This stuff isn't just, me throwing out whatever and hoping something works. But this is actually showing that there is a method to the madness, to say, right? There's a method to what I'm teaching you guys that is showing to be working, right? There is a formula here. There is a mindset. There is a sort of a perspective that I'm offering you guys through SyncEdge, through Sync Academy, through everything that I teach you, even stuff here on my YouTube channel, that is actually getting real results for producers. They're getting real contracts signed, real consideration fees, real placements. Like the one that I uploaded just the other day for the syndicate member that's now earning over $10,000 in his BMI statement. I would have to be a lunatic to not be happy to hear that about one of my students. So yes, I'm absolutely happy, and I want to hear from you guys if you do get success stories. So please don't be shy about that and do reach out. All right, with that being said, I'll probably get a lot of great comments from you guys and maybe some more criticism, and that's okay. I'd love to hear it all. So please leave your comments below. I'd love to read what you guys think.